James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers, Texas, two-step to Dallas to take on a very bad man. His name is Luka Doncic and his Dallas Mavericks squad. This one was a laughter because Luka said so. Luka just clowning future first ballot Hall of Famers all over the place. Paul George, Kawhi, dare I say Harden getting a little of that smoke. Kawhi on the other end. By the way, as much as Luka's had his way with the Clippers over the years, Kawhi's had his way with Dallas. He nails the three and then gets James an easy look for three. The Clippers would take a 7-point lead, but from there, it was Dallas asking Los Angeles, may I have this dance? Kyrie nailing a three, then coming off of a screen, and more Irvin nailing another trifecta. Dallas has regained the lead. Luka just pulling up. That's how you feel, huh? The Don keeping it real, huh? That's Ivanka Zubac in his grill, ladies and gentlemen. He's a very tall man. Luka could care less. Doncic pulling up over Terrence Mann. Supposed to be one of the game's best defenders. Luka doesn't care. And then the Don with that patented, kind of like a fake of a jab, step, stop, and then pull on the dime. The Mavs are up by 26 at the half. Third quarter, more Doncic destroying the Clippers. Luka crossing up Harden. James like, I have better things to do. I'm a few hours away from Houston. I could be out partying with Lil Baby right now. They got me out here trying to guard this dude named Luka. The Don giving the Michael Jordan shrug as he continues to light up the Clippers. And then it's Luka one more again, going right at LA. A 44-point night for Doncic. Kyrie added 27 points and 6 boards. The Mavs run away from the Clippers, 144-126. Joel Embiid's in the house. The Philadelphia 76ers made their way to the Detroit, that is. Cade Cunningham and the Pistons were waiting on them. Pistons, Sixers get it on first quarter. How about the grind and grit from Cade? He nails the jump shot. And then how about Cade tracking down the offensive board and finding Marvin Bagley easily for the deuce. Other end, Embiid just taking his time, so patient and so gifted. Embiid nails the free throw line jump shot. But it is the Sixers who are down 10 points as Marcus Sasser nails the buzzer beater. Look, I don't know if Jaden Ivey's going to work out. I like him as an athlete. If not, though, the Pistons got one in Sasser. I think the Sixers got one in Kelly Oubre. He throws it down. And then on the other end is Cade Cunningham, a beautiful up and under move. The Pistons are up by 14 on one of the NBA's best teams. In transition, Cunningham behind the back. Bagley's running the floor and rewarded for his efforts. You just know you're going to get the ball with Cade, so you never stop moving. Pistons still up a bunch and adding to their lead. Give Detroit credit for hitting the Sixers in the mouth. Tobias, though, is going to nail a three. And at the half, the Sixers cut their deficit down to 8. Remember that, because in the third quarter, Embiid decided to take over. I mean, look at this dude. There's so many different ways a 7'2" guy can score. He nails the three. Incredible position in the post. Easy deuce. And now Joel Embiid playing the pick and roll action leads to another easy bucket. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers have taken the lead. Embiid had 33 points and got a lot of help by this dude who continues to shine. It is his time, ladies and gentlemen. Tyrese Maxey, 29 points and 11 assists. The Sixers come from behind to get the dub over Detroit, 114-106. In-season tournament action, Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans in one of Zion's favorite states, Texas, to take on Dylan Brooks and the Houston Rockets. First quarter action is Alperen Sengun putting the moves on Jonas Valanciunas. It's the big fella in white and red with the finish. Other end, Zion. He can get in his bag. Chest to chest, man to man is what you put in the gym versus Zion. And I like Mr. Williams' chances when he makes it to that basketball court. Pelicans up by 6. Jalen Green been shooting the ball pretty well to start the season. Dylan Brooks hasn't been settling on that jump shot as much as he did in Memphis. takes it to the rack and scores. More Green. Jalen had 25 points. Just like that, the Rockets have taken control of this basketball game. Interesting moment as we get close to the end of the second quarter. The ball gets stuck. Jalen Green tries to get it. But hey, you got a 7'4" guy on the bench. How about Boban coming in to save the game? He doesn't play a lot. He's got commercials all over the place. You might as well use him for something. Jason Tate, he plays and he gets you the money. How about the score there? Rockets up by 6 as we took a break. Third quarter, the Pelicans have found another young, bright scorer in Jordan Hawkins. He continues to be a bucket. 14 points for Hawkins. We're tied up at 60. And then Brandon Ingram had himself a game. The crossover, sometimes it feels like he's going in slow motion, but he's super effective. 31 points for BI. And then Zion on his Grizzly, 24-8 for Mr. Williamson. The Pelicans regain the 9-point lead. Rockets not done yet, though. Green attacking the rim with little resistance. Ingram looking and finding Zion. Nobody stopping that. Fourth quarter, 6 minutes to go. It's Ingram for 3. Pelicans again up by around 7 or 8. Rockets once again got a response. Look at the fight from Şengün. And one. Allowed 2 of his 24 points. With the Rockets down 2, Brooks comes up with the huge steal, but he's rejected off the glass by Zion. Rockets were down 100-98. Brooks tried to tie the game up. Zion said no. But then Van Vliet steps up. It's like, I got the bag too this offseason. He nails the 3. Rockets up by 1-8. Take a 3-point lead in the closing seconds. And unfortunately for the Pelicans, they were unable to get a shot off. The Rockets are going to take this one. Van Vliet had 20 points. Houston wins 104-101. Lot of stars in action as we go to Arizona. LeBron James and Anthony Davis represent the purple and gold, as Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal represent the purple and orange. Lakers at the Suns, some group play action. Bradley Beal kicks us off with the throwdown. You don't see Beal get up like that much, and then Beal floats it up and goes off the glass. Suns up by 5. If I am NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, my heart would have skipped a beat as LeBron James's legs collides with Kevin Durant's leg. That's a lot of money, by the way, going leg to leg. You mix in that dude, number 30, named Wardell. That's like the NBA's 3 most prized possessions right there. LeBron would come up lame. It's a shin injury. The King would finish this game, but with LeBron, you got to kind of watch him. Those injuries at his age will linger for weeks, so we will keep you updated on that. But for now, Kevin Durant's keeping us updated with a 3, and then his new right-hand man, Bradley Beal, on the same type of time. Beal had 24 points. KD had 38. Suns in control. LeBron, this time reversing at the rim, and he's not feeling the greatest again this time around. Is because he got hit in the face. See, I'm one of the people that believes this should be what gets technical fouls. Like, you just literally hit a man in the eye. That's no good. This is good. LeBron up top to Anthony Davis. AD had 18 points and 11 boards. I feel like people should be more accountable with how they swing at LeBron when he's attacking the rim nowadays. LeBron, another grown man finish. And then how about this? Allen Iverson as from Beal. Left, right, let me see you do it. Left, right, hey. You do it now. The Suns up by 8 as we took a break. Third quarter, the King with the deep 3. This all a part of LeBron's 32.11 rebound game. And then there's D-Lo showing you the Stilo. A back and forth one as Durant nails the deuce plus the foul. Suns right back up by double digits. The Lakers, though, are not done. It's Cam Reddish closing out the third quarter. By the way, he got the start over Austin Reeves in this one. Cam had 17. Here's Reeves off the bench with 15. The Lakers are in the house. They take the 1-point lead over the Suns in the fourth. Now they're up by 4, and that man is coming down the lane. It's LeBron with the deuce. Durant on the other end. with a grown man two of his own. The legends are fighting. So we know LeBron trusted Cam Reddish in Miami, and Cam missed the corner three. LeBron goes back to the well, and this time around, Cam makes Bron look like a genius. He nails the late clutch three to help the Lakers put away the Suns and complete the comeback victory. Steph Curry has been the Golden State Warriors leading scorer every game but one thus far this season. With that continue as the Warriors host the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell kicks his highlight off with a three. And then Steph responds with one of those things. He's done it a lot in his career. 4 3-pointers made for Steph in this one. That's on the light end. Chris Paul turns the rock over. Karis LeVert does not. Darius Garland, beautiful alley-oop pass. LeVert does the rest. This time, Chris is not turning the ball over. He's the best point guard shooter over bigs in NBA history. He nails that three over Jared Allen. Max Strus responds with a three of his own. We got a tight one in San Francisco. I want you to remember this play, though, as Draymond tries to gain position and he knocks down George Niang and gets a technical foul. Other end, LeVert nails the three. Cavs up by 12. And then Mitchell on the same type of time, showing you the same type of grind. At the half, the Cavs led it by 16. Third quarter, things got a little feisty. As you see, Mitchell pretty much is in the front row, right by the cameraman. It's a reason why he's there. He comes back down court mad at something, and he takes his frustration out on Draymond. Take another look at this one. It appears as if though Mitchell maybe got tripped by Green. And on the other end, Donovan commits the foul intentionally to Draymond. Draymond gets his second technical foul. Remember, he got the one with Niang in the first half, and he is ejected from this basketball game. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about those two techs that Draymond got. He's obviously a guy that gets a lot of techs every year. He's off to another fantastic start this year. Curry and Allen exchange buckets. The Cavs are still up 8 when Mitchell decides to get to the cup with ease. And then the Warriors bring the double to Mitchell late. LeVert swings that thing around the DG, and it's the Cleveland Cavaliers doing something that they have not done in a very long time. That is beat the Warriors on the road. Cavs ain't won a road game against the Warriors since 2014. 118-110 is your final. Welcome to another episode of the Ferro podcast. I believe we are at episode 29. I don't say the episode name every episode. Y'all forgive your boy. But I want to thank y'all so much for the time, the love, and support that y'all have shown me thus far. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, boy. The Los Angeles Clippers are not good right now. It's just 3 games with James Harden. Just 3 games. The Clippers are 0-3. And by the way, it ain't like they didn't play like world beaters out there. They've lost to the Knicks. They stayed around in that New York area. Then they got their butt kicked by the Nets the next game. And now Luka continues to put it on the Clippers. Luka, by the way, has been the Clippers' daddy for quite some time. Let me be clear about that. I know the Clippers did have success against the Mavs in the postseason. They were able to win the series, but Luka has always balled out against the Los Angeles Clippers. And now if you're Luka the Don Doncic, who's still a very young man, he's like, all right, cool. I'm y'all daddy. Y'all keep adding first ballot Hall of Famers into the fold. So now I'm they daddy too. Like you already got Kawhi over there who's going to be definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Paul George, I'm pretty confident is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Okay, y'all done added Russ. Now I'm his daddy. And y'all go throw Harden into the mix. Now I'm his daddy too. And I mean that figuratively, obviously, not literally, but you get my drift. Luka Doncic just dominated this egregious Los Angeles Clippers team. And for anybody out there that's trying to walk back their support of the Clippers now, I don't want to hear it. I told y'all from the jump this wasn't going to work. And I said it wasn't going to work with all 4 dudes on the court together. Y'all know my thought process is this will only work when somebody gets hurt. As long as everybody's out there, it's just one basketball, y'all. They can't add another basketball to the game. It's just one basketball. And when I watch the Clippers play basketball thus far through 3 games with James Harden, everybody looks uncomfortable. And for the life of me, why make this trade now If you're going to do this James Harden trade, why not do it before the season? Everybody you moved to get James Harden was available going into the year. Why make this trade a week or so into the season? Why? Why? This would have been available. Nobody was going out there and getting James Harden from Philadelphia. Why do it now? Why not give Russ a chance with Paul George and Kawhi? The Clippers were smiling the first week or two into the season. They ain't smiled since. Since Harden walked into that locker room, ain't nobody smiling. He ain't smiling. They ain't smiling. Why? And James, I got to be honest with you, bro. I do believe there is a world where James Harden falls off of that first ballot Hall of Famer line. He's definitely going into the Hall of Fame. Definitely. But y'all know I was pretty hard on Carmelo Anthony. A lot of people give Melo a pass. I watched a lot of toxic basketball from Carmelo. For as great he was with Denver, he was just as bad in my world on the back end of his career. Around that second season in New York to the end of his career, the end of Carmelo Anthony was very bad. And James Harden's career is starting to go down that same lane. Now, he's better than what Melo was at this point in his career, no doubt about it. But the toxicity that surrounds James Harden is pretty darn bad. Hell, I'm watching Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Remember Kyrie? Dominate his former teammate in James Harden and that Clippers squad. I'm looking at Kyrie. He got to look like this as Harden and the Clippers struggle, which Harden actually had a good first quarter, and then from there it was awful. I'm looking at Kyrie as Luka just balls out and dominates, and Kyrie's getting to the money as well. Kyrie looking at Harden and the Clippers like, and y'all blame me for the Harden fiasco. Again, Kyrie looks like he's found something that makes sense to him. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Dallas Mavericks fan out there. I don't believe in Kyrie, but thus far, I got to give it up. Whatever they're doing right now, so far through the year, it's been working. And whatever the Clippers have been doing thus far with James Harden, it has not. So it's something to follow. I think we're going to probably do every Clippers game that happens this year. They got to win some games soon, or this is going to go from bad to worse in Clipper land.
To 14 feet away. Very comfortable shooting there.
Oubre with a show and go.
On a serious note, real quick, let's take some time to acknowledge what happened to Philadelphia 76ers forward Kelly Oubre over the weekend. As great as they have been playing, they will now have to do so without Oubre for quite some time, as he was involved in an incident while walking outside of his residence in downtown Philadelphia. Apparently, he was struck by a vehicle around 7 p.m. Philadelphia police said in an email that Oubre was crossing the street at Broad and Lucas in Center City, and unfortunately, he was hit by a vehicle that did flee the scene. All right. The team is saying Oubre is going to miss a significant amount of time. It's not going to be the remainder of the season, but definitely a significant amount of time, because he does have some broken ribs following the incident. The 76ers have not provided a further update on his condition at this time. Again, Oubre will be closely monitored by their medical staff. And obviously, once we get an update on his condition, we will deliver it to you guys. That is an unfortunate situation. I use the term incident versus accident because, to me, an accident ends with the person driving said vehicle stopping, right? Not leaving the scene. To me, when you leave the scene, it does no longer is an accident. This is just an unfortunate incident. And, you know, I don't know what the heck was going on. From what I'm reading and all the reports I've read from the New York Post and ESPN's own Adrian Wojnarowski, it appears as if though this was just random. There was no connection to Oubre and the driver. This was just something somebody did that led to a person getting hurt severely. This is going to change Oubre's season and may change his life, by the way. Oubre has been a journeyman around the NBA. Everybody knows he's talented, but he has not found a place to call home. And he was playing good ball in Philadelphia. And now who knows what happens when Oubre returns to Philadelphia, what that 76ers rotation looks like. I'm assuming them to still have a spot and be able to get right back into the swing of things. But who knows? And obviously psychologically, like, who the heck wants to get hit by a freaking car? You know, and again, for the person not to leave not to stay at the scene and leave the scene. When I hear those stories, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I be hoping, like I'm not hoping, what I'm about to say is gonna come out wrong, but I don't mean it wrong, right? I be hoping for somebody to leave a scene of a hit and run that they are literally on the run for a murder. I do. Like literally, I be hoping they got 1,004 kilos of coke in their car. I be hoping that they're running a freaking cartel. Like I be hoping the worst. And what I mean by that is, if you are going to leave the scene of hitting somebody, which pretty much is another murder charge, it's gonna be close to it at least. I hope you got good reason to not stay at that scene and deal with that. And I hope it's more than just saying, yo, I had a drink or two too many. Like, to leave a scene and leave somebody helpless in the middle of the street after you run over them hard enough to break their ribs. Like, come on, bro. I will hope that you had some serious stuff going on in your life and you were on strike 9.5 and could not afford to get to 10, because that is as disgusting, as careless, and as reckless there can be. And unfortunately, it led to serious injury. But at least thankfully, Kelly Oubre presumably will make a full recovery. Best of luck to him. I definitely wanted to just kind of stop everything. We're talking about Philadelphia extensively in this episode. I just think it would be not irresponsible to not discuss the fact that one of their own is hurt after an incident that was unfortunate enough. And again, best of luck to Kelly Oubre as the episode continues.
A couple guys who play a little bit alike. Embiid sets the screen. Embiid to the basket, lays it up lefty and in.
And I wanted to end this episode telling a couple people out there, it's y'all fault. Sticking with the James Harden mantra, I'm looking at the Philadelphia 76ers continue to pull out win after win after win. All they do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on the line, I can never get it up. I'm looking at Joel Embiid go for his second MVP. His hands go up. And they traded James Harden. I'm looking at Harden without Philadelphia and now on the Clippers. And I'm looking at smiles on people in that Philadelphia 76ers organization. I'm looking at smiles on their faces that I ain't ever seen. I shout out to Tobias Harris, my Vol for life. I actually hooped against Tobias at Tennessee. I ain't never seen him smile the way he's smiling right now. I followed Tobias' whole career from Orlando on. I ain't never seen him smile as much as I'm seeing him smile right now in Philadelphia with James Harden gone. I'm looking at guys excited because they know they're going to touch the basketball. Like, we always knew Joel Embiid was going to get the ball when James Harden was running point, but everybody else, it was suspect. Guys are touching the ball. Guys are making shots. They feel good. I'm blaming James Harden for the success that the freaking Philadelphia 76ers are having right now on every level. This is what you call the going and getting happier by subtraction. This is the addition by subtraction situation. Ever had a chick that just complained and complained? You ain't did this, you ain't did that. The dishes ain't clean. And just complain all the damn time. And once you move on from her, even though she did a lot of great things, she had a good job, she was good with the kids, but once you move on from her, everything just feels better. It feels like you got the weight of the world off of your shoulders and you're free. You're free to date. You forgot how good the game can be. You're like, oh, it's live. You're smiling again. There's a glow to you that you ain't had in quite some time. That's what the Philadelphia 76ers got right now. They just got out of a toxic relationship. They didn't even realize how toxic it was until they moved on. Like, you've been sleeping on yourself. You've been shortchanging yourself in that relationship. For all my ladies out there that follow the platform, baby, you bring more to the table than you think. You didn't think you could hold it down on your own without that man. You were sleeping on yourself. Life's been pretty good since you dumped that bum to the curb. For all my fellas out there, anybody out there dealing with a toxic chick that's maybe doing a couple things right, But y'all done gave them enough credit. You done probably put on a couple pounds and you blaming yourself. You thinking you fell off. You forgot how smooth, cool you was. You forgot how you could be a smooth criminal out in the streets. You're sleeping on yourself, my brother. All right, kick it to the curb, move on, you'll be fine. The Sixers would sleep on their damn self. They thought losing James Harden was the end of the world. Guys are playing freer than ever. I just wanted to put that out in the atmosphere. So blame James Harden for the rest of the Eastern Conference now having to go to Philly for a Game 7. He's the reason why. Because of his toxicity that he brought to that 76 organization, guys are playing free basketball. And as long as they got Embiid healthy, they going to win some games. A lot of them, to be exact. And I wanted to stick with the toxic energy, and I wanted to discuss another team that's shining. Now, everybody's going to be like, this is a weird angle from your boy Ferro, but it is my angle that I'm going with a team that's also been a surpriser. We're going to go from the East to the Western Conference. Have y'all seen Ime Udoka and the Houston Rockets play basketball this year? You know, they started out the season rough. They lost to Orlando, I believe, night one of their season, right? Since then, Dillon Brooks has been pretty damn good. I'm from Memphis. I've watched a lot of Dillon Brooks games. Dillon Brooks is making shots, y'all. That jumper don't look as cringy. By the way, that Houston Rockets fan base is kind of like Atlanta Part 2. It's a late fan base. They're late to the games. So, like, and I bring it up for a reason, like, they're not as harsh on Brooks and a lot of the shots that he's missed. He's still new to the organization. He's shooting a lot better than he did in Memphis. So you don't hear those cringe boos from the home fan base anymore. When Dillon shoots the rock, he seems like he's put a lot of work in. Fred VanVleet's figuring it out. They got so many young fellas that maybe they don't have it going in the same game. But from a man to Jalen to Jabari, you know, if you can get one or two of these guys to have the high hand going with for your every given game, and obviously Alfred Şengün, I believe the world's going to be a top 5 center really, really soon if he's not already one. The Rockets are competitive. You bring in Ime Udoka, who we know if you could get him to the sidelines, he's an incredible coach. Now, once he leaves the sidelines, you need to put him in a straitjacket after the game. But we know Ime Udoka, once he gets to the sideline, he can coach his ass off. He's one of the NBA's best coaches, all right? Boston misses Ime Udoka. I know they're great without him, but they miss him. They were really great with him. I bring that up to say, I'm a music reporter as well. I saw an interview that Nia Long, Ime Udoka's ex, did with Jeezy, one of my favorite rappers of all time. And for anybody that's just basketball fans out there that don't know what the hell I'm talking about right now, just bear with your boy. I'll make it all connect. Ime Udoka obviously had a very public relationship blunder with Nia Long. And Nia Long did an interview with a rapper who's going through a public divorce. His name is Jeezy, one of my favorites of all time, by the way. And I bring that up for a reason. Jeezy and Nia Long both represent something. They both hit the podium and did this interview as scorned people. And I don't know if this has anything to do with anything. But I am definitely looking at the way Ime Udoka is coaching his Houston Rockets team thus far this year. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if Nia Long was the James Harden SX that we just talked about, or if Ime saw the Nia Long interview and got pissed. But I've been looking at the Rockets the last couple games. I know they're on the winning streak right now, but what they did to the Lakers and beating the Pelicans were not easy feats. Ime got this team playing on another level right now. And I don't know if Udoka's been watching his phone, or I don't know if he saw the Nia Long interview. I don't know if Ime Udoka got that stench of Nia Long off his back. Again, I don't get into people's relationship business. All I'm saying is Ime Udoka's coaching on another level right now. So I'm also going to blame Nia Long. I am blaming Nia Long. I'm blaming James Harden for the greatness that has been the Philadelphia 76ers and Houston Rockets thus far this year. That's what I got for y'all. That is what I got for y'all. I know this is ridiculous, but I'm a ridiculous person, and that's where this Hoops Ferro episode ends. I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support that y'all have given your boy. It truly will never be taken for granted.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs? when I believe I can build my own.
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple, to be the best there's ever been. So, please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories, I talk music, I cover sports, I am culture, I am Ferro.